DC Universe's streaming network, Titans. If you're not watching this show, check on your life decisions. This is a good show. I dig this show. They're taking Teen Titans Go. They're taking Young Justice. They're taking Teen Titans to the show. And they're bringing it to life. The comic book, Teen Titans, Team Titans, all the different variations, they're bringing it to life. I like this. And it's not only brought to life, but it's adult. I think if DC really wanted to compete against the MCU, then they need to follow this program, because this is good. I mean, it's adult. There's violence, ultra violence. Robin is throwing his little R's into people's eyes, breaking people's legs and stuff, and Hawk and Dove brutalizing people. I mean, I dig violence for violence sake, in a movie at least. And this is some hardcore stuff. There's sex. Believe it or not, Robin gets down with at least two other people. The show has Nightwing, Raven, Starfire, Beast Boy, also called Changeling, Hawk and Dove. Before their powers, for some reason, I guess they're going to build up to their powers. Wonder Girl, Robin, Superboy, the Ravenger, and Jericho, who are Deathstroke's kids. And Deathstroke, the Terminator, is one of their first major villains, and he's a mainstay in DC Comics comic book world. And his name is Slade Wilson, right? In the comic books, he's a white-haired white guy who marries a Caucasian woman, has 2 kids. They become superhero types. But actually, the Ravenger, the Ravenger was really a villain. But so what had happened was, in the show, they've changed it, and they're going with Asian/Latino types to be this particular family. I dig that. It just caught me off guard, because when they were looking at a guy and they were like, Slade, I was like, where? Because I didn't see the white-haired white guy. It was a white-haired Latino dude. I was like, oh, okay. But, I mean, it's working. The actor that they've got is incredible. So, S.A. Morales. So, he's great. I first discovered him in a TV show, a movie called Bad Boys, opposite Sean Penn. Great movie. Check it out. But this is really good. They're bringing on a villain called Dr. Light, who has the ability to absorb and manifest light in the forms of flashes of light, lasers, or whatever. So he's kind of dangerous. He's a dangerous dude. But when they originally bring him into the comic book, he has a problem with Hawkman also. So I'm wondering if they're going to bring that aspect into it, because I've already mentioned Superman, Batman, Roy Harper, who's Red Arrow, and the Justice League. So I'm like, they exist. Maybe they're going to bring them over. I don't know. Also, with the introduction of Deathstroke, I'm thinking, okay, well, his introduction was with someone named Tara, who joins the team but is kind of working with him, and he's kind of using her. And I'm thinking, well, are they going to do that? And then that brings on a contract called the Judas contract. And if they do that, because that's his introduction, if they do that, then they got to bring in the people who hired him, which would be Brother Blood and the Hive. The Teen Titans is a complex story built over decades, and I like the comic book. I used to read the comic book, like that was my mainstay comic book. Big comic book fan, right here. And I was like, hey, that's a good book. But it got cut off. The original version of it got cut off. So I'm wondering, what are they going to do, now in the story? Are they going to follow the comic books? Are they going to use an artistic license and do some other stuff? I don't know. But whatever they do, I think I'm going to dig it. In fact, I'm sure I'm going to dig it. So I did this without giving too much of the season 1 and 2 away. I don't know if you've seen it. I don't want to give any spoilers. It's good. It's hot. There's a lot of violence. Shimmer gets knocked out. I'm going to just say that. I think you should watch it. I'm watching it. I dig it so much. I'm going to give it 8 bags of popcorn. Man, 8 bags of popcorn. Might get 9 before the season's over with. I think it's 13 shows. And I'm intrigued. At the end of that show, I just watched it this morning. At the end of it, I found myself staring at my tablet, screaming, ah! Because I wanted some more. Man, I wanted more. But it's good. That's what I think. More importantly, what do you think? Have you seen it yet? What's your favorite TV or live action adaptation of a DC show? Just talk about it in the comments. And as always, if you like the video, if you like the content, subscribe. And then like.
Popcorn passport. Get your popcorn passport.